We're in the studio today. We're not downstairs with the games. We're upstairs today. So we just got back from RetroCon a couple days ago, and it was awesome. It was the whole month of September was crazy. It was all conventions or art shows that we did. But last weekend was RetroCon, and that is so much fun. This was the third year that they've done it. It was a 2-day show. It was a lot bigger, a lot more vendors, a lot more people. So we both had a blast hanging out with a lot of our friends there and whatnot. We had our table with Living in 8-Bit and Cinevore. So it's always fun hanging out with those guys all weekend. And we also picked up a lot of really cool stuff.
Well, you more so than me. You picked up a lot more stuff.
Yeah, more than I should have, but it's what you gotta do sometimes.
Whatever.
There was games and toys everywhere. How am I not? So let's start with you, Nina. What did you get?
Well, our friend Chris at Gorilla Boys Toys, his wife loves gargoyles, and I clearly, if you can't tell by the shirt, love gargoyles too. And so they just kind of hooked me up with these two guys. This is Demona and Brooklyn. But these two were my favorite when I was a kid, and I actually used to have these loose. And Demona is like this crazy, like, anti-hero bad person, and Brooklyn is just like part of Goliath's clan, and he's just cool with his mouth opens and stuff. And then the next thing is I also collect Primal Rage figures, and I especially collect them in the box.
I don't know how you find these things in the box. Like, I know a lot of my friends that are like big toy collectors, and they never find these things in the box. They're lucky to even find them loose.
And so yeah, so I have this guy Slashbang. He's in the box, and I was super excited. Like, I remember he pulled this out of like the back. He's like, "Look what I have," and I was like, I need this! Oh my god! That's pretty much
exactly what happened.
And so he ended up just giving it to me and stuff. He's awesome. Anyway,
what else you got?
Well, we got a whole bunch of these reaction figures.
Funko puts these out.
Yeah.
We got the horror series, and classic monsters are what we were going with, because we're both really big fans of horror. We didn't get everything from the horror series, but what do you have? You have two of them there.
This is actually the first one we have from the classic horror monster ones, which is the creature from the Black Lagoon. And this is, when I was a kid, this was my favorite monster. I had the little like was it the model that you could build?
My father has a whole bunch of those. Like, my dad is like the biggest horror fan of like Universal horror movies and stuff. Anyway, what's the other one that you got there?
And then the other one, the one of the horror series that I got for myself was Pinhead from Hellraiser. And I love the Hellraiser series.
I've actually never seen them.
Which we need to watch.
I know, I've never seen the Hellraiser Pinhead movies.
I can't believe
I know, it's crazy.
It's just like they're really like crazy, and there's a lot of gore, and Pinhead is actually really interesting.
He's got that
He's a
box.
very interesting character. Alright, so those are the two things that I got, and then the last ones I got were adorable little stuffed animal things. This one, it's a little kind of chubber chew, happy, kind of just running little dude who's adorable.
He was sitting on the table giving out our business cards.
Yeah, he was. And then this guy, which is a little like, he's kind of like a little vinyl Eevee. And these guys, I think Tomy made them. I don't think they're really like a licensed Nintendo. Oh no, wait, no, they are Nintendo. Yep. But
I was gonna say that's the image from like
because it says no.
Game.
I just like on the tag it says 1998 Nintendo Creatures Game Freak. But yeah, so we got this guy and I got this guy. If she's at the next convention that we go to, or RetroCon next year, I'm gonna buy another one of these guys from her.
I'm sure we're gonna find Pokemon toys before then.
These very often.
Right.
These guys.
Well, there might be a vendor at we're going to Portland Retro Expo in
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Less
Yeah,
than 2 weeks.
less than 2 weeks now. Wow, actually, in 2 weeks today, we're gonna be there. Whoa!
And the last thing I got, I was a very big World of Warcraft player for a while.
I never played. I never liked multiplayer games.
They eventually came out with little like stuffed animals and the different like flying like shuttles that you could take, and the Hordes had the Wyverns and the Alliance had Griffins, and they had like little adorable like kind of cute chibi versions of them. So I got the Horde one because
We got that like right as we were leaving or
yeah,
something.
the guy was
just had it
packing
on
up,
the table.
and I saw this dude on the table, and I was like, oh my god, how much for this? And he's like, 15. I'm like, I have that! And yeah, because these guys, I think for a while, they were going for like 30, 40 bucks, not including shipping on Blizzard. So I got him, and I'm very happy. And I can't say that I am Horde or Alliance.
I play as a Nord. Fuck the Imperials, get them out of Skyrim.
God, that's not even the right game.
That's what I play.
Alright, so that's like my stuff that I got. So now it's your turn. Of
All right.
all the shit that you got.
So, my buddy Chris, the one who won the Proton Pack and hooked us up with those Gargoyles toys. Chris is awesome. He's become a really good friend, and he hooked me up. First of all, this was the first thing that I saw at his table. You guys remember the coming out of their shells tour that the Ninja Turtles did in 1990 that was really, really bad? Well, this is like the making of VHS tape, and this thing is still sealed. I think he wanted like $1 for it, and he's like, just take it. So it's Ninja Turtles, and it's from the 90s. I have to have it. So it's just nice to have in the collection. I'll put it with my other VHS tapes. But Chris, thanks, bud. And I also got one more thing from you, too.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I love this.
He's a really big Alien and Predator fan, so he hooked me up with this figure. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it here. It's Predator. It's a mold from like one of the ones from like the mid-90s, but they did it in like clear plastic, like he's invisible, and it came with all of his accessories. There's a shoulder cannon in here, and mask, and a whole bunch of stuff. And this was like a mail away or something that was pretty tough to find, and he had a whole bunch, and he just gave me this one. And even like the instructions of how to put them together if you can't figure that out. They're in here, exactly. Let's idiot-proof it for the kids. And moving on to toys. There was a guy about 2 tables over from us. There were a lot of guys selling old G.I. Joes and Transformers, and I love all that stuff. But this guy had a bin of dollar G.I. Joe figures loose. I'm not going to go through all the ones that I bought because I bought so many of them. But the highlights of it are right here. I like the ones from like the mid-80s, especially the ones that were in like the G.I. Joe movie, because those are the ones that I grew up with and I remember very well. I'm sure a lot of us do. Anyway, one guy I never had as a kid was Quick Kick. I always liked the ninja dudes. I have Jinx sitting on my desk right now, and Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, Firefly. Any of the ninjas I really like, but he has his backpack and his little sword deal right there. And I think he was maybe $2 or something, but he's in great shape. Next one that I got was one of my favorite Cobras. I already have him loose, and that's Crocmaster. I still have my original one from when I was a kid, but I never had his pet crocodile right here. And he's got his awesome collar with spikes on it, and even like his leash here.
Because a crocodile needs a spiked collar.
Absolutely. Well, it's friggin' Crocmaster, dude. He's got like this little like shoulder cannon thing on there. I never understood, but I always liked his belt. It's just a giant like snake reptile eye. Yeah, isn't he cool?
Oh, dude, that's
right.
That's
yeah,
sick,
he was
actually.
one of my. Yeah, Crocmaster beat the shit out of a lot of Joes back in the day when I would play with
the
him.
crocodile codpiece though. He's got like little, like
all GI Joes have one little thing with them that's
like
weird.
Crocodile peenie.
Crocodpiece.com. He's on that website. Crocpiece. Crocpiece.com. And another one. I've wanted this one for maybe 25 years, and I finally got it. And that was the USA variant of Sergeant Slaughter, and this one was in the dollar bin, and I would see this thing at a lot of the toy shows that I do, and he's always like $25, and I don't want to pay $25 for just a G.I. Joe figure that's going to sit in my collection. So this one was $1, and I saw it, and I just snagged this up immediately. I'm very excited to finally have this. So 7-year-old Adam is finally feeling complete inside. Alright, now coming to the reaction figures that I got. We were talking about the Terminator ones. I have on my wall over there, I don't want to take those down. I have Kyle Reese, and I have the variation of Schwarzenegger's Terminator when he's got the shotgun and the machine gun, he's shooting up the police station. And then I had to get the T-800 Endoskeleton. There's 2 of them for this. There's the shiny one, and then there's the dull one. Apparently the dull one is really hard to find, which I saw at that store, that House of Fun store.
Oh.
And I'm really kicking myself because I didn't know that was the hard one to find, and it was just sitting there. That was the day when I bought those 2. But saw this one, had to get it. There was Sarah Connor also, but the guy, they sell for like $10 a piece, and that's a little steep for just a figure. But I had to have this one. It's a Terminator. How could you go wrong? And then going with the horror line that we got. I got 4 of them here, starting with my man Freddy Krueger. Sorry, baby.
It's okay.
Sorry to block people. Mr. Voorhees. He comes with his machete. Freddy comes with the glove and even has the hat too.
Well, I bought you 2 of those, or was it one of them? I bought you.
You bought like 3 of them for me. You bought me Freddy and Jason, and then the next one also, but I traded him because I had already bought him too.
Oh yeah.
Michael Myers. Clearly, it's October. Watch Halloween if you guys haven't seen it. It's one of the best slasher movies
Not
ever.
watching Halloween. You should go
Seriously.
kill yourself. Seriously.
But this one doesn't make sense that it's part of the horror series. Eric Draven from The Crow. I love The Crow. This is an action movie. It's not a horror movie. I mean, it's kind of gothy.
Maybe his makeup is scary.
I suppose. It's more of like, I don't know, it was like a 90s action, but also had like that skater kind of grungy like, yeah, exactly, grunge alt-rock skate feel that was really big when I was in middle school. But moving on to what we really want to see, video games. You guys kind of saw what I had there. But anyway, let's start with Super Nintendo. My favorite system, the best system. Got Super Buster Brothers. And got a pretty good deal on this one. I know it's like a $15 cart. And the only thing that I don't like about this game is that it's only 1 player and it should be a 2-player game, because in the arcade all the games like this were so much fun with co-op. Next one, I don't know what this is. It was just one game that I saw sitting there. Obidus. Looks like a pirate style game. I haven't even had a chance. I cleaned these up. I haven't even had a chance to play these yet. But it was in a $5 bin. I figured let me give that one a shot. The next one, I am super excited to have this. This is one of those games that's not worth that much, but you never see it. Ever, 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 anywhere. And that's Pieces, which is a really cool puzzle game. I remember renting this game as a kid. I never had it. But Atlas put it out. It's only like a $10 or $15 game, but this game is just crazy hard to find. I've maybe seen it once or twice in my 10 years of collecting. So my buddy Paul from Too Many Games had this, and he gave me a pretty decent deal on it. Again, it wasn't that much money, but I'm very excited to have this one in the collection. This one's a lot of fun to play too. Moving on to NES. 2 that I can't believe I didn't have. I know you were laughing at me that I didn't have this one. Rampage? How did I not have Rampage?
I have Rampage, but it's only for the... Like,
yeah, you have that weird Master System one, like that red box. It's really cool. Funny thing about this, me and my brother Ian, we actually beat this game when we were kids. We sat down and it took us about, I don't know, 8 hours. We actually sat through and played this game, because if you could play this game, and you have infinite lives in this game. Like, once you shrink down to a human, if you push like the A button or the B button before your character goes off the screen, you'll regrow into your full monster. So you essentially have infinite lives. It's just a matter of willpower to get through this game. That's all it is. It's a test of fucking willpower, and me and my brother actually did it, and all it says is like, congratulations at the end. Some English, and then the game just starts over again.
But the thing about it is, it's actually made by like an American company.
Data East made it, but still. Yeah, Data East made it. They made good games. They made Bad Dudes. And the RoboCop game. I think they made RoboCop. But yeah, I've beaten this game before. Rampage does have an end, and now I finally have it again. We're not going to beat it though.
No.
We could play it though. So the other game that I got, Capcom I can really talk today. Blah blah. Capcom Section Z. The really cool side-scrolling shooter. I can't believe I didn't have this one, and I got the 5-screw variant, which is nice to have. Label is in great shape too. It's in great shape, and I'm happy to have this one. I'm really surprised that I didn't have this one before, because Section Z is a really good game, and it's pretty common. Kind of see it everywhere. And the last thing I got, it did have the game in it. You guys probably saw when I lifted it up before. Ninja Gaiden 2. My buddy Will bought this from another vendor that I was looking at. The guy had it for a really, really good price. Pretty much what this thing goes for loose. So Will snagged it before I did, and I got upset, and I yelled and complained, and I was a bitch. And Will sold it to me for what he paid for it. So Will, thanks a lot, bud. And that's it for my pickups.
That's it for both of us.
That's it for both of us. So next, coming up, we're already into October. What's today, the 4th, the 5th?
Oh, God.
Anyway, the weekend of the 17th and 18th, the 18th and 19th. I can't remember what it is. That weekend, we will be at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo with some of the guys from RetroWareTV.com from the site I'm part of. I'm not sure exactly who. I think Rue is going. But anyway, I'll be there. We'll be there.
We're taking a plane.
We're taking a plane. All right.
Sleepy.
This video has gone way too long. Hope you guys sit through all this. I'd like to see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.
Too.
Yes. We'll see you soon. Bye,
Bye.
Internet.
Say bye. Bye. He's like, I'm fucking tired.